Now that you know all 4 vocal archetypes, how about we see them in action? Let me throw to an example of one of my students cycling through all of the vocal archetypes. I really want you to see this. Check this out. All right, here we go.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who lived with their mother. One day, their mother told them they were old enough to go out in the world and make a living for themselves.
Motivated now. You're motivating everyone.
She said, "Watch out for the big bad wolf because he will eat you."
Good. More motivated. Louder, bigger volume.
She also told them, "Build your house nice and strong so that you will be safe from the wolf."
Educator. University lecturer.
Then she said, "Goodbye, my sons, and good luck." The 3 little pigs then went their separate ways. The first little pig saw a man stabbing
Coach,
his straw.
bring the finger out. Coach them. Football coach, come on, you got this.
The first little pig asked the man, "May I have some of that straw to build a house?" The man
More.
agreed.
Push it.
And
Push it.
the first little pig built his house very quickly. It was a very strong house.
Big round of applause. Yeah, you crushed it. High five. Boom. Boom. We are back. You know, I've created a big problem for myself. Now that I've made the commitment to create all different types of transitions, I'm going to have to keep this up now. I'm going to have to create all new transitions for the rest of this course. My videographer, Craig, is going to hate me. Now, did you enjoy that example? Wasn't it powerful seeing that student of mine move through the different vocal archetypes? It was so powerful, right? Can you see how it's so much more engaging now? I want to give you an example of me doing it personally. So I want to show you the importance of changing archetypes, but I also want you to experience what it's like when I don't change archetypes. So join me for this example. I'm going to read the following script for you in just educator archetype, and I want you to experience it just with the educator archetype, which is an archetype that a lot of people find themselves trapped in. All right, here we go. Good morning, everyone. I appreciate you all being here. Today, I'd love to share with you the importance of communication skills. I want you to imagine just for a moment what it would mean for you in your career if you were able to communicate masterfully and in a way that was incredibly influential. What kind of life would you be able to lead if you mastered this instrument? We need to master the foundations, build self-awareness, and we must commit to the process of continuous improvement and accept nothing less. Oof, that was tough to sit through, wasn't it? I mean, even if I do a good educator, if I stick to just educator, it's very difficult for you to absorb what I'm saying. Because again, I'll bring back the importance of variety. The brain loves variety. And the more variety there is when it comes to vocal archetypes as well as the foundations, the more the brain goes, "Oh, I'm going to give this all the attention. I'm going to give this my focus." That's why I want you to now experience, again, I'm just going to push the point, I want you to experience this in just coach now. So I'm going to deliver the same script, however, I'm going to deliver it in coach. Check this out. Good morning, everyone. I appreciate you all being here. Today, I'd love to share with you the importance of communication skills. I want you to just imagine for a moment what it would mean for you in your career if you were able to communicate masterfully in a way that was incredibly influential. What kind of life would you be able to lead if you mastered this instrument? We need to master the foundations and build self-awareness. We must commit to the process of continuous improvement and accept nothing less. Whew! That was intense, wasn't it? I mean, again, I mentioned this before, but I had one of my students say to me, "Oh, I notice now why people think I'm a little bit too intense or sometimes I come across as too arrogant. It's because they get stuck in the coach archetype." Can you see the negative now of being stuck in some of these archetypes? Thank you for bearing with these full-on examples with me, but now I'd love to share with you me moving through all the different archetypes and using the archetypes with purpose. And just watch how much more dynamic this is when I start to move between different archetypes. Check this out. Hey, good morning, everyone. I appreciate you all being here so much. Thank you. Today, I'd love to share with you the importance of communication skills. I want you to just imagine for a moment what it would mean for you in your career if you were able to communicate masterfully and in a way that's incredibly influential. what kind of life would you be able to lead if you mastered this instrument? We need to master the foundations. We need to build self-awareness. We must commit to the process of continuous improvement and accept nothing less. People who work on this skill set get more out of life. I'll say it again because it's the truth. People who work on this skill set get more out of life. I know so many technically brilliant people who go through life being invisible. People don't notice their brilliance. People don't notice their gifts and their talents. And just because you're 10 out of 10 technically brilliant doesn't mean people will perceive you that way. You may be a 10 out of 10, again, technically brilliant, but if your ability to communicate is only a 3 out of 10, do you think people perceive you to be a 10 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10? You are only as good as you can communicate. Look, I believe in you. I do not believe that you're not capable. Now, no matter where your ability level is right now, you are capable. I've taught thousands of students, and I've never met a single student that wasn't capable. Only students that were not willing. Wasn't that so much more powerful? And I know this is kind of gross because it's again like, oh, Vin's just patting himself on the good old back. He's doing that all the time. But to me, I wanted to give you an example, first of all, of my students doing it, and then show you how I use it as well. And in that script that I delivered for all of you was about a minute or so. And within a minute, I can shift between all the different archetypes to hold your attention. But I'm not just doing it randomly. I'm doing it in a way that's purposeful. In the next video, I'm going to show you when you use each archetype and how you can be quite strategic with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.